welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful Valentine's Day wreath using the large Dollar Tree wreath board. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to make it. All right, y'all, let us get started. So today we are making another wreath using the Dollar Tree wreath boards. I'm going to hold it up here so that you can see the UPC there and the item numbers and all that good stuff. Now, if you will, look down in the description box and I'll have a link to where you can purchase this on the Dollar Tree website. You just search for wreath boards and it's going to come up. You can order these online. A lot of people are finding them in stores, so you can get them in stores as well. I'll also have links to where you can get some good quality Deco mesh and this wonderful little wood burning tool that we're going to be using to cut the mesh with. Now, my awesome friend Michelle from A Noble Touch had come up with this method of cutting Deco mesh using a wood burning tool. So this is 10-inch mesh, 10 inch, okay? And there are 10 yards on each roll. You're going to need 2 rolls, one of one color, one of another color. So we're going to be cutting this to 10 inches because we want to cut squares. So let's see, let's get this right here. This is my cutting mat and I have a glass cutting board put on top of it. You can get these on Amazon. Once again, links will be in the description box down below. Now you're going to take your wood burning tool and I have the blade attachment here. Why is this not focusing? Focus high-low. Anyway, the blade attachment tool, and you're just going to go slowly and you're going to cut your mesh. The trick to that is staying in between these 2 lines. So you want to cut right there all the way down. Don't rush it. Take your time doing it, okay? Now, in the previous video that I made using the mesh with the Dollar Tree wreath board, I did not use the wood burning tool because it had different fibers running through the mesh and it wasn't working well. So I did use my rotary cutter for that. But anyway, I'm going slow so that you can see this. Just try to keep it as straight as you can. Doesn't have to be 100% straight. Just do the best you can with it. Alrighty, so I have a bunch of my mesh cut and I dropped my sign. I have my sign back. But we're going to be using this round sign from Dollar Tree. We're going to be attaching it. Someone had asked me about attaching a sign to these boards with some Mod Podge. Why would you do that? Mod Podge is a water-based thing, and I've used Mod Podge for many years now. Now, when you use Mod Podge on something that you're going to put outside, eventually the humidity and the dampness is going to get to it. It's going to mess it up. It's going to turn sticky, and it's all going to come apart, even if it is the outdoor Mod Podge, okay? I've used it enough to know. So what we're going to be doing is attaching this with zip ties, and I'll show you how to do that later. But let's take our sign, and we're going to lay it down here to see how many of these holes are sticking out. So we have 1 row, 2 rows, and we want to put some petals on the 3rd row so that our sign can cover it up, okay? Because if we put it here, it's not going to be covered by the sign. Now, I'm going to take this hideous bow off here a little bit. Look at that. I'm like, really? I don't like it. But anyway, we're going to be working on the outer row, the 2nd row, and the 3rd row. So for the outer row, we're going to get some zip ties and make some petals. So I have some zip ties here. These are 8-inch zip ties. Look in the description box. I have links to those, but you can use whatever size you have. This just happens to be what I have on hand. So you're going to take your zip tie. You're going to go in 1 hole like so, and then up and bring it back out like that and start to fasten it down, but don't pull it tight, okay? You hear it start to click. Just leave it like that. Stop touching it. All right. So now you're going to take your mesh here. Here's your square and turn it so it looks sort of like a diamond, and take this point and just bring it up, and take this point and bring it down, okay? And now we have something that looks like this. Flip it over and gather it up, and now we have what looks like a big floppy bow tie, right? So holding it like this, you're going to twist this away from you and twist this petal to you, okay? So you're going to twist and then just flip it up like so. See how that looks like bunny ears? How cute is that? Looks like bunny ears. So now you're going to take that and you're going to stick it in your loop that you made with your zip tie, and you're going to tighten it down. I'm going to get it the way I want it here. Need to get this mesh out of the way. It's just rolling all over the table, but it's all right. Tighten it down, and there is a petal. And of course, you're going to go trim off the ends. You don't want your ends hanging out. Okay, let's get another one. So we're going to skip this little area right here and go into this hole and bring it up like this. And you're going to do the same thing. Just going to tighten it down a little bit. And now we're going to put in another petal. You can't really mess these up because if you look, these holes are laid out in a clear pattern. It's a very clear pattern. It's circular. I mean, you know, you can't mess this up. Okay. So now we're going to make another petal. Same way. Lay your mesh out. Looks like a diamond. Bring this point up and bring that point down. And then you can gather it up this time this way if you want to, or flip it over and gather it up, however you want to do it. See, looks like our little bow tie. Twist and bring it up to make your bunny ears, like that. And now we're going to fasten this into this loop. And you're going to do this all the way around the board with this color. We'll fan it out and see what it looks like and see if we want to put more in between, but I highly doubt it. I believe I'm going to leave it just like this. So now you're going to skip this, go in, and then pull it up. In, pull it up. Just like that all the way around. We have all of our petals put on this outer ring here. And now I want to put on another row of this pink color, okay? And for that, see how we worked in this row? We're going to drop right down to this very next row. Like I said, these are very plainly put on there. So if you see these two here, and then see these two here, these two holes look like they're directly under that petal, right? I don't want to put my zip tie there. I want to move over. See where this hole looks like it's in the middle between these two? That way it's going to offset your petals just a little bit. And what I like about these boards is the holes, there's so many holes, and you can really make this unique to your liking. You don't have a set pattern where your wreath is going to be cookie cutter and look just like everybody else's. You can really decide where you want your petals to be. So I'm going to put my zip tie in here and pull it up the back. There we go. All right. And then we're going to tighten that down just a little bit. And we're going to make petals just like we did here. Only we're putting them right there. All right. So I think I'm about out of zip ties. I'm going to have to go to the store and get some more. But anyway, once again, your 10-inch square. And you're making your petals in the same fashion. We're just putting them on a different row. Okay, so now we are going to put this here and just tighten that down like so to snug it into place. Alrighty, so let's see where we're going to go next. I believe I'm going to skip this here and then go in these two holes. Like I said, we're going to stagger them a little bit so they're not all going in the same direction. You see what I'm talking about? All right, so let's pull this up. Tighten it just a little bit. Get another piece of mesh. We'll make one more petal here, and then I'm going to continue to work my way all the way around the board. And then we're going to move on to our white. So let's see. Tighten that down just like so. I'm going to trim this off. Like I said, skip this and go here all the way around. All of my pink petals are on, and I had just a little bit of mesh left over, and I hate when I'm at the end of my project and I have just a little bit of mesh left over. I don't want to throw it away, but I don't want to keep it. So I just took whatever I had left and just kind of filled in around. You know, you can do that. You don't have to. But now we're going to drop down and work on this next row. And like I said, I was out of those zip ties. So I opened up another pack of zip ties. And these are little thin ones, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. Like I said, whatever zip ties you have on hand. So let's get that in there. And now you're going to do the same thing with your white mesh that you've been doing with your pink, making your little petals here in the exact same way. And just sticking them in here and fasten them down. Okay, and we can fan those out. And now for this row, I dropped some mesh. It's falling. We're going to go in, we're not really going to skip any spaces is what I'm saying. So you can see here where I have the zip tie here. Now you're just going to go in this same hole here and come up in this hole. And so that's why I like these, you know, it's not, you don't 100% have to put your petals where the board tells you to. You can put them wherever you feel like it, you know. So now let's get, why are you sticking there? It's clingy. All right, making another petal, and we're going to put that right here. Like I said, just fill in this row all the way around, just like we're doing here. And I'm going to go all the way around and come back, and we will attach the sign. All right, so let's talk about this sign here. I have a bag of balls. A bag of foam balls. This particular bag came from Hobby Lobby, okay? It was $4.99. I know it was on sale. I think 50% off. And I got a bag of pink and a bag of red. Now, there's a lot of red on this sign, so I think I'm going to go with the pink. And I'm just going to glue some here around the edge. Why? Because I don't like how plain this is. And I took off that big, goofy-looking bow. Let's move this down a little bit because you can see the legs of my TV up there. And anyway, we're going to open this up carefully because my hand is still killing me. It really is. But let's see. Do I have something to put this in? No. You know what? We're just going to lay it down, and there's balls everywhere. But anyway, we have our trusty hot glue gun here. And as you can see, there are several different sizes in here. I think there's 3 sizes. I think 2, 3, 2. Anyway, so we have the bigger ones, and then we have the smaller ones. And I think what I want to do is alternate the sizes just to give it even more depth. So let's put our balls over there and see if our glue gun is hot enough. Ooh. I think so. So I'm just hot gluing these right around the edge. Because like I said, I don't like it. It needs something. So I'm just going to glue these all the way around. Like so. And this is going to take me a second. Because I want to get everything in place here. Let's see. Yeah. So there were the 2 sizes. I think the ones from Dollar Tree are, yeah, the ones from Dollar Tree are 3 sizes. I'm looking at a bag of them right now, hanging up here on my pegboard. And the ones from Dollar Tree looks to have 3 sizes in the bag. But anyway, I'm just alternating the big ones. Let's see, that don't look, maybe these do have 3 sizes. Yeah, just keep an eye out for whatever size you're using, okay? You don't want your balls to go on crooked. That ain't good. All right, so I'm just going to continue this all the way around. I have all of the little pink balls glued all the way around. And like I said, I didn't like that pink ribbon that was on there, but I had a little bit of this red gingham ribbon, and I just tied a bow and glued it to the top. Now, how are we going to attach this to the board? Like I said, stop using Mod Podge to put things on these boards. That's not going to work out for you in the long run. But what I use, these are cable tie mounting pads. There's a 10 count in this bag. The 40-pound strength is what it will hold up. So these are very, very sturdy. They are 1 inch by 1 inch square. Once again, look down in the description box and I'll have a link for you. But if you can see these little yellow pads here, they just peel off and you can stick them to the back of your sign. Then you lose your zip ties. Then you just take a zip tie and you run it through here. And then you attach it to whatever you want to attach it to. And it's going to be difficult for me to do this on camera because my wreath is fairly big and I'm going to have to be flip-flopping it back and forth. But I'm going to show you just right here. See, you just stick them on your sign and then just take the zip ties and just run through it. And then you're going to run them through the holes in the wreath board and just fasten them on the back and trim them off. So I'm going to do that right quick. And that will be the end of the video. So anyway, you saw the wreath in its entirety at the beginning of the video. And if you will stick around for a minute, I'll have another photo for you to see at the end. But as the wreath boards go, there are 2 sizes, a larger one and a smaller one. The one that I used in this video was the larger one, okay? So anyway, I'm going to attach this sign and take a good photo. But anyway, if you would, please give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye.